one single moment changed the entire course of my life forever. Sitting in doctor's cabin with the panel of 3 doctors, expert doctors, that same morning, my 21-year-old daughter met with a road accident, fatal. I was told by the doctors that we are sorry. She's brain dead. We couldn't save her. Would you like to donate her organs? I was devastated. I went blank. I was froze. In that state of shock, I said yes. The next day, newspaper headlines read, "In death, she gave life to many." I was probably the first Muslim woman in the city who took this bold decision. What followed was a long period of grief, mourning, crying, and depression. I didn't know what to do with my life. I didn't know how time was passing. I used to sit in the morning gazing out of window, not knowing how many hours are passing. I used to drag myself, my broken, grieving self, to college. As a soft skill trainer, my job was to motivate students. With great difficulty, I did it. Every night, I used to go for a long drive with loud and long cries. This was my routine. I felt I was falling in a very dark, deep ditch which has no end. Months passed by. I started a foundation in my daughter's name. This was to help students with art education, liberal arts and arts. She was an artist, and many people came together with me, young and old, to help me with this cause. Then my life took a twist. I became the president of Aga Khan Ismaili Muslim community. I was serving in this community for 2 decades. And now as the president, I was leading 800 volunteers for all the community projects. We help women to start new businesses. We help them with starting the education, again rejoining education. We shifted families from small villages like Ghatanji, Dongarkhada to big cities like Hyderabad. They started, living a good life, quality life. Their children are going to good education, taking good education, and they were very happy, very well settled, and that brought smile to my face. Brick by brick, I built my life again. And suddenly pandemic hit. And I was kind of thinking, how do I reach out to people now? The world came to a standstill. And that time, 21 days lockdown was declared, and I found my answer in that announcement. 21 days is exactly what is needed for habit formation, it is said. And I declared, I announced that yes, I am going to start a program for 21 days, and people joined me for this, the habit challenge. And not just 1 and 2 or 20 or 30, there were 400 people who joined me. And I took them for 6 cycles of 21 days I did in pandemic time. And while the world was like very anxious, anxiety was there, panic and uncertainty, these 400 people were with me in a journey of 21 days of habit formation, and they had different goals of fitness, of writing, reading. Many people from abroad also joined, and they kind of fulfilled. Somebody wrote his autobiography. Somebody was like lost 11 kgs in 2 years, of course, home gymming. Somebody did so many paintings that she held exhibition twice. So people were with me. I was so happy with the way my life was going. And then came another twist in my life. A very, very interesting, exciting twist. I never thought in my lifetime that I would do something which I did. I was seeing a lot of ads of beauty pageants. And I was thinking, no. I was all round and round. And I thought, no, this is not for me. But then I kept seeing more and more ads, and I was thought, okay, let me think about it. Today, beauty pageants are not about models. It's about role modeling. And click, click, click. I enrolled, and not just in 1, 2, 3, I enrolled in 4 beauty pageants. I'm a little crazy about things, and I did it. And then what followed was lot of like gowns. I entered in the glamour world, and gowns and makeups and nails and hair and whatnot. And like the most interesting part was boob tapes. so for a gown like this, strapless, backless, I was like tied around with boob tapes and sticky bras. And I experimented on everything. I really worked hard. I competed with people who were like 15 years younger to me. At the age of 52, my height, weight, nothing was in my favor. I was 52 already, and I was like, okay, let me do it. And I did everything. I enjoyed every moment of it. And you know, late night shoots. So during the events, it was like 2 a.m. we used to sleep. 4 a.m. was the makeup time. And 5 a.m. we had to be in the swimming pool because we wanted to take the sunrise in the shoot. And then so I used to run like everybody. And then the water is falling on our heads and everything, the waterfall and like music, and we are dancing in the swimming pool on a big bench. So I did everything, experienced everything. And all that, you know, at night we were like, we used to look like a zombie, sleepless, and all that vanished when I was on the spot, under the spotlight. Because I was glowing, I was happy, I was elated. I was like, yes, I did it. Something that I never thought. I was walking the ramp in heels, which I was always used to wear sports shoes with the weight that I had, and I discovered myself a very different person. And guess what? All my hard work paid. I was Mrs. India in 2022. I won the crown. I brought home the crown in 2022. Thank you. And again I went, this year 2023, I went for Mrs. India pageant. I won the crown again as Mrs. India 2023 elite. And I represented India on an international platform few months back, and I won there the runner-up title and the crown internationally representing India. I am really proud to say this, that I was the winner, the runner-up there, and I brought home the crowns. I celebrated them. I celebrated being me, the different me, the evolved me. I was reborn. I celebrated my journey from grief to glory. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today, a different person, talking about my story of how I evolved, how I make my vulnerability my strength. I cried, but I evolved. I didn't stop. So, all the men and women sitting here and out there, whatever situation you are in life, wherever you are in life, whatever you face, do not stop. In the darkest moment of your life, you'll find strength. You'll discover what you can achieve. Losing a child is not something that anybody could imagine any time. Somebody who was like lifeless, aimless, depressed, to becoming somebody who is ready to take on the world. And that strength, you can get it within. So do not stop. Do not make your own story. Make your story of triumph. Stand up tall with every fall. And make your story the greatest story. Cry if you have to, but do not stop. Ladies, do not stop. Thank you.